How has your life changed since you started your senior project?
I guess I've like become more into research. I was already kind of into research before, but this is kind of me actually like mastering a technique, which is like PCR, which is just multiplying DNA. But it's kind of a pretty like complex procedure, and I think I've got it pretty down, which is neato, and it's kind of like inspires me more to become a scientist and that kind of stuff.
For me, on the other hand, I have gained more knowledge on foods from around the world and how different foods relate to different cultures. And yeah, I think it's more of kind of like a new point of view on how different people view kind of cuisine almost, but kind of like normal lifestyles.
What are your favorite and or least favorite things about senior project?
I think my favorite thing is that like we get to go out and actually do what we want to do, because our senior projects are obviously things that we're interested in, so we can like spend our time like getting really into the things that we're kind of interested in, like professionally and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then least favorite, it maybe like PSRs.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, it's really helpful because you're able to keep track of like kind of what you do like over like every week. But it can be time consuming if you do it late, or you can kind of realize that you haven't done as much as you should be doing. So that's also very stressful. So I think that would be
it's a lot of work.
The con.
What advice would you give to incoming seniors starting senior project?
Work on your plan.
Yeah, make sure that you like motivate yourself to stick to your plan, or make a plan that you know that you can motivate yourself to do, because sometimes it's hard to make sure that you like stick to your plan, especially when you're like, I could do this later and I'll still be on schedule, but you won't.
And something that you should do to like kind of help you out with that is like kind of build like a monthly calendar and kind of say like, okay, like if you know that you're not going to work on Fridays, like me, like I just don't do homework on Fridays. It's really helpful kind of like to look at a calendar and say, okay, if I don't do work on any Friday, then I should probably spend time on a Saturday, or kind of look at like the hours that you think that you can spend per day or per week. So that's also really helpful.
And maybe have like a paper copy of your plan and just like have it out so you can see it like every day and highlight stuff that you need to do, because sometimes you just don't know like what days you're supposed to do what.
Yeah, that too.
If applicable, tell a funny or embarrassing or otherwise interesting story that's happened to you while working on your project.
A funny story was
your Mac story?
Oh, in order to create an ebook, my mentor told me that one of the best programs to use was the Keynote, and that is a program that is only available on Mac computers. So I'm kind of like a family with like PCs. I guess I never had a Mac in my life. And so I one day asked my mom, and I was like, hey mom, so let's go buy a Mac. I need a program. And that just didn't end off too well at first, but my mom got one for Christmas, so I guess it kind of worked out. I'm kind of using it now, but it's not too funny, it's just
nice
random.
Timing.
Yeah.
I don't have very many stories to share at
Did you
this
spill
point,
any DNA?
really. No.
Oh.
I think I've done moderately well so far. Yeah. If it'd be funny and sad and awful if I like ruined like a batch of DNA or anything. But I haven't so far, so hopefully I keep not doing that, because they're like several $100s per like batch of DNA,
like all over the place.
Yeah.
If senior project were a free-for-all competition with all the other seniors, how do you think you'd be doing compared to everyone else?
As in like how cool your project is, or like how well you're doing on your project so far?
Could be either.
I think every project that we're having this year is actually really different and unique, and kind of like not things that you've seen happen very often. I mean, going like on the scientific like idea, like that's really big and like really important. I guess it's like on a really big span. It's kind of like something that you don't see like a 17, 18-year-old person do every day, so I think.
And I don't think we've ever had any kind of like like video kind of I guess it's not a video, but like internet nutrition thing. It's always been kind of like people coming into health classes or something and teaching about nutrition, but like having it online is really different.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're stepping it up each year, and we're all pretty cool. But in terms of staying on track, I'm probably a little bit behind.
Yeah, I think staying on track has been the hardest part for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where the plan comes back into play.
Yeah.
Kind of keep yourself scheduled.
Last question. What is your favorite corny joke that you can tell?
This one's really dumb. But, hey Julia,
Hey,
what's an alien's favorite food?
I don't know. What is it?
Clowns, because they taste funny.
Oh.
That's the only one I know.
Okay. It's a good joke. It really is. I just heard it.
Is there anything else you want to say? Like, at all?
About senior project?
About senior project or anything really?
Stay motivated. Senior year, like, you might say like, oh, I have like senioritis, or like, oh, like I want to do sports, like, or I want to have fun, like it's my last year in school with like all of the people we've been with for the past 7 years, but it is very possible to stay motivated and kind of stress-free almost, while at the same time like having fun and enjoying the last few months that you have with people.
Yeah,
So.
and I think senior project is generally something that people should enjoy because it's something that they planned to because they were interested in it. So I think everyone's closures is going to be really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to it.